All India Radio. Seithikadambam.
சென்னையில் இன்று நடைபெற்ற சர்வதேச இளையோர் தின விழாவில் கலந்து கொண்டு பேசினார் மத்திய இளைஞர் நலன் மற்றும் விளையாட்டுத்துறை அமைச்சர் திரு அனுராக் தாக்கூர். அவர் பேசுகையில்,
Vanakkam, Namaste, a very good morning to all of you. It is my pleasure to be here amongst you all today and to address you on the occasion of the International Youth Day. Youth around the world have the potential to change the course and dynamics of any country or any region. As some of the panelists mentioned that youth are the custodian, I'll say they are the custodian as well as the largest stakeholder. They are the present and they are the future. So they have a large role to play. And India is one of the youngest countries in the world in terms of the average age. We have a young generation, young population. So our role will be far more important than anyone else. So International Youth Day, which is being celebrated since the past 23 years to address the issues pertaining to the youth. International Youth Day does not just represent the celebrations of the vigor of our youth, but it emphasizes the sheer strength of the collective youth power. When young minds come together, especially in a region as diverse as South Asia, they don't just shape their own nations, they sculpt the future of the entire region and indeed the world. It serves as a day to not just honor their vast potential, but also share their vision and collaborative endeavors that drive peace and mutual respect. I was going through the books written by Hasini. One was the first step and the second one, Biscuits. It talks about the inspirational stories of young minds and such 45 young inspirational minds who have done well in one to the other regions from the age of 5, 9, 13, 15. And you'll wonder what they have done at that such young age. So I think all of us can contribute in one way or the other. And the best thing is to share your vision, and the other is to collect those and share it with others to create more awareness. And this year's theme, Green Skills for Youth Towards a Sustainable World, is particularly timely and relevant. As the world pivots towards sustainability, it becomes essential that we prepare our youth, not just in India, but across South Asia, with the necessary green skills and knowledge. These tools will not just empower them individually, but will amplify our collective impact as a region, guiding the world towards a sustainable and brighter future. Today's youth face unprecedented changes and challenges, climate change, and the rise of the artificial intelligence to the rapidly evolving job market. The role in addressing these challenges is more critical than ever. By 2030, the youth will dominate the global demographic, with a considerable portion hailing from South Asia. With them lies the collective responsibility to influence global narratives and collaborative efforts, especially in addressing the paramount sustainable development goals like no poverty, zero hunger, and good health and well-being. On the birth anniversary of the Swami Vivekananda, which is the 12th January, every year we celebrate the National Youth Day in India, and we organize a National Youth Festival, wherein my young friends from across the country meet for 5 days and pay homage to the ideas and the ideals of the Swami Vivekananda. Last year, Honorable Prime Minister Modi, he attended the event personally, and every year he addresses the youth. He also shares his vision for the youth of this country. As we set our sights on the future, with the ever-changing landscape and the ever-evolving aspirations of our youth, it becomes crucial for our ministry to adopt a flexible and forward-looking stance. We need to enable our youth not just to keep pace with the global shifts, but to lead them. In today's dynamic world, we must be proactive, always anticipating the birth of fresh job avenues that have yet to be imagined. Take the drone market, for instance. Only a few years ago, drones were banned from flying in few places in the country, but we came with a new drone policy. And if I have to talk about the new drone policy, I can say as a minister in the Prime Minister Modi's government, he himself spent so many hours, days after days, making this new policy. He looked at the every aspect of the drone policy from the security point to the services point of it as well. So today, after this new drone policy, they have revolutionized the various sectors from photography to spray fertilizers, various sectors, vital healthcare services. I come from the mountain state of Himachal Pradesh, where traveling is little difficult. With the zigzag roads, it takes more time. With a drone-like facility, you can give the essential services like medicines at the doorstep and also transport the apple cartons from one place to another, which may take 12 hours to reach the other spot. With the drone facility in future, we'll be able to achieve that within couple of hours. So that is the kind of shift we're going to see in many areas. And after the nano fertilizer, it has become much easier in the field of agriculture to spray the fertilizer with the use of drone technology. To equip our youth for success in the global economy, the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports launched the NYKS Youth Volunteers online training program in the year 2022. This program was developed in collaboration with the esteemed partners, the Defeat NCD partnership at the United Nations Institute of Training and Research, and the UN Children's Fund, which is UNICEF, and the NYKS. Close to 2 million young individuals had been trained and essential skills encompassing various aspects of personal and community development through this initiative. By embracing innovation and fostering skills that align with the demands for the ever evolving world, we ensure that our youths are not only prepared for the challenges ahead, but are also the driving force behind a thriving and prosperous tomorrow, not just for India, but for a broader South Asia canvas. As we celebrate the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the 75th year of independence, Honorable Prime Minister Modi gave a clarion call, Jan Bhagyadari se Jan Andolan, people's participation to people's movement. He has emphasized the role of youth as we enter the Kartavya Kal, which is the 75th year of independence, and work towards the Amrit Kal, which is the 100th year of independence, 2047. Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India, is more than a slogan. It is a rebirth of India's self-reliance and a firm conviction in the capabilities of India's youth. As we edge closer to the milestone of the India at 100, our foremost aim is to achieve the dreams of our forefathers who struggled for freedom against the British Raj. Decolonizing our national mindset is imperative. It requires motivating our youth to prioritize the collective spirit of our nation. A lot is expected out of the today's youth as they venture out into the multiple fields. I would appeal today to the youth of this nation to adopt a cause for the next 25 years. Because one of the panelists rightly mentioned here, the charity begins at home. So at least one area we should pick where we want to see the change and become the change maker.
இத்துடன் இன்றைய செய்திக் கதம்பம் நிறைவு பெறுகிறது.